Hello everyone. Unfortunately, dark time is here for the Sorc Society. 9 days after the release of the season 5, where everyone was switching to the Sorc and starting to get gear ready for that build, the lightning speed build, the most popular build of the season, I believe, and the strongest one. Blizzard decided to nerf this build only 9 days after the release of the season 5 because maybe they don't want the Sorc to have so much fun, so they just decide to nerf it. Although they said they were not gonna nerf like during the season anymore, but it took them only 9 days to nerf it. So we're gonna go over the patch and what it is because we took 1 day before I record this video to make sure if it was a nerf or not. So we're going through the hotfix to understand what they exactly did. So apparently this build was causing lags, that's why it did nerf it. In compensation, they increased the damage of the aspect splintering energy. In that build, the aspect of the splintering energy was dealing almost all the damage. How did they decide to nerf it? Splintering energy with arc to additional enemy less frequently, that is very odd, and we don't really know what that means. Our guess is like when you have big monsters, a lot of monsters together, for example, instead of arcing 100 times, it's gonna arc maybe 40 or 50 times. We don't exactly how that works, but also with the winter glass, what I understand is like, in addition to the arcing less, the frozen orb that can be launched by the conjuration while using fracture winter glass has been adjusted also. And what I've noticed is like we have less frozen orb coming out and we have less conjuration mastery stack in total. So globally what we notice is the AoE damage has been nerfed a lot, but some people might say they didn't notice that because they probably have already like decent gear and they were killing monster like very quickly, and they could not notice that like you kill the monster in 0.5 seconds. If you kill them in like 0.7 or 1 second, you're not gonna feel it. The single target damage should be roughly the same from what I've testing on the boss on pit 157, but it's possible that it's also a little bit nerf. But I think it should be around the same or a little bit nerf. But some people are complaining that they can feel the nerf, and those people are most likely in a situation where they was already struggling. For example, in tier 8, like if you don't shot enemy, don't one-shot them, you're probably gonna feel a difference. Some people were complaining that they was running T8. It was hard, but they could manage it, and now they cannot do it anymore. They are going back to T7. So it's probably a gear requirement, and as I said, we have less conjuration mastery stacks, which is also a big damage debuff. And also on the mid-season patch is coming in a few weeks. They're going to release T9 and T10. It means that people with not very good gear, they should get more gear if they want to be able to do T9 or T10 now. In the high end game content, what I try the most, from what I've seen, I'm losing around 20% of conjuration mastery stack. I used to have like 20% more conjuration stack. So it is like a 10 conjuration mastery stack. One stack is 10% damage for me. I also noticed that I have a little bit less frozen orb spawn because my lightning spear doesn't reset as fast as it used to be, and the splintering energy arcing less. That's what I noticed the most because the elite monster used to die so quickly in 157. Now it takes me 2x more time to kill them, and the compensation they are giving us, like they are increasing our damage, is not nearly enough to fully offset this lose. That's what I noticed, and On the pits 157, I did a lot of that. I used to clear that in 2 or 3 minutes. Now it's more like 6 or 7 minutes to get to the boss, and I did like quite a lot to test that and to make sure that is true. I think this is the graph from Rob. I think most of the people, they feel the same because they already have good gear. They are farming the T8, so they should not feel the difference. The people that feel nerf probably not have enough gear yet. The people that feel buffed, I think that's really cope, or it's just orangey, like they have good gear and they just think it's a buff. Like I don't know what to say. And I'm going to show you quickly how elites used to die on the pits 150 on my clear here. They used to die, like they were not unstoppable yet. They was unstoppable like almost when they die. Sometimes they die before they can be unstoppable. When I tried again, they get unstoppable at half HP. By the way, this is the lag. I think you can see the lags. We're trying again. It still has laggy as me. I didn't feel that it's less lag, unfortunately. I also talked to my Chinese friend Arkut, who is also pushing. He got a clear on 152 after the nerf. And talking to him, he feel exactly the same as me. The lag is the same. We didn't feel anything, but we feel the nerf on our AoE damage by like at least 50%. I would say it's 50 or 60%. Here is a leaderboard that someone posted on my Discord. I think it's very good initiative from him, very beautiful, because right now we don't have leaderboard. So if some people want to come and post the clear, I'm going to put my Discord link in the description. And from what I've seen, like almost every, like I would say every class are around pits 150 right now. So the balancing seem pretty good right now. And this is just the beginning. Some people haven't paused their clear, but I think within the few days or few weeks when people get optimized, they're probably gonna clear higher than this. We can see a few clears from the Druids here on Bilibili. Unfortunately, he just have a boss clear, the boss kill, which takes him only 5 minutes. On the Sorc, the single target damage was a problem. It would take us like 9 minutes, I would say. We also have a macro. We have a full clear here. That's a Bond Spirit one, I think. I don't know anything about other classes because I only play Sorc, but yeah, that's like he has 8 minutes. He's gonna kill the boss in like 7.5 probably. I don't know how good his gear was, probably gonna improve too. Same for the rogue here, we have a rogue clear. I feel like all the class is gonna be around 150. Looks pretty solid. Like I feel like every class don't struggle as much as the Sorc on the single target damage. On my Sorc, like 20 conjuration mastery passive less is really hurting. So pretty nice. I'm gonna link that in my Discord. You can find the link also in the description. And so to come back to this, unfortunately for the Sorc is a nerf for us. Some people might say it's not a nerf because they can still speed farm 101, but everyone with any build can still speed farm 101. That doesn't mean anything. Even like I think Whirlwind Bob can speed farm this, and the argument that people are giving that it's not a nerf because no one's care about the pits doesn't mean anything. People are farming the hordes to masterwork the gear, and then it's somewhere to test the build and see how strong it is. Saying that you can still speed farm speed farm the easy content, so it's not a nerf. It's not like it's not valid argument. It's like, I don't know if you remember in season 2 when Hota Barb would one-shot any bosses in the game with the Hota Barb, and even if you nerf their damage by 5, they would still one-shot all content, all the boss. The only thing that they would be nerfed was on the AOZ, then it's the same argument. Then if no one's care about the AOZ, it's not a nerf. So I would say it's just a nerf. It's not like a very huge nerf, but it's still a nerf that will make us clear a few tiers like lower. And I think if Blizzard really didn't want to nerf that, they would increase the damage by a little bit more than that. Instead of that, we got our AoE damage nerfed by 50%, which is like at high level, it's a lot. So if they didn't want to nerf that, they should really increase the damage more. So that's it for me today for my analyze. Like, thanks for the other Sorcs to analyze this with me. That was very try to be as objective as possible with numbers and testing. And yeah, that's it. I hope you like the video and you keep blasting the Sorc.